Buongiorno, Joey.
Hello, or ciao.
Oh, grazie mille. We are on episode 98
Yes.
of the Toronto Living's Real Estate Podcast Show.
We are 2 away from
100.
Yeah, there we go.
We're doing a market update today.
Yes.
And a life update.
Also,
Explaining
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a revealing episode, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
For the August numbers, for where we're filming and why,
Yeah.
and how our summer was.
Absolutely.
All right.
Interesting.
Cool. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome to the Toronto Living's Podcast, a conversation about all things Toronto with a focus on real estate, the culture, and of course, the food.
I'm Mark Savell.
And I'm Joey Virgilio.
And we're realtors with Sage Real Estate, working together as a Toronto Living's team with a focus on helping you buy better, sell higher, and of course, having a little bit of fun along the way. Mr. Joey.
Mr. Mark.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Also, new atmosphere that we're in.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Should we address the elephant in the room? I guess is what I'm getting at.
Let's maybe start by saying this is going to be a recap episode.
It is.
With new digs, new location.
Yep.
We're temporarily under construction. We did some adjusting at our front office. We're going to be back with an even better space in the near future.
Yes.
So yeah, let's maybe update the people with where we've been and what's been going on. And
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Why don't you kick us off on how was your month?
Yeah, month. About that. It was amazing. Euromark is back.
Euromark was back.
I was in Bell'Italia. It got better this year than last, I would say.
Love it.
We had an incredible 3 weeks there. We did Chianti, Sardinia, and Florence to finish it off.
Amazing.
And I could speak all day about just this trip.
It's so funny because before you went, everybody was talking about don't go to Italy this year. This year is not the year to go to Italy.
Yep.
And you had a different experience.
This is a very similar trend to the Rogers Stadium debacle,
Okay.
which we'll get into.
Yes, we will.
Which Joy will give his update on that whole experience. Jubilee is this year in Italy and Rome, so they're like, avoid the crowds, it's going to be crazy, yada, yada, yada. Exact opposite. It was so quiet, so peaceful. Beaches were fine. We got a chair every day. There was not even there's ample space for the entire world to go to Bell'Italia.
Love it.
Sardinia was just beautiful. And it's so funny because both of our moms were like, be careful when you go to Italy. You got to be about your wits, yada, yada, yada.
That's the other thing I've heard about.
Got to be so careful.
Yeah.
I feel 50 times safer in the roughest parts of our trip than I do in the streets of downtown Toronto. We're so conditioned here that when you go to these places, you're scared of what? There's no one. It's just not like Toronto.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
it's a completely different vibe. So we had an incredible time. I won't take up too much of my Italy trip in this episode, but I will say this: Adriana S. planned for us to stay at a wine resort. And it was called Devilly Wine Resort.
Was this the place that you were in first?
This is the first stop.
This is the first drop.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had such low expectations for what it's called wine resort. What type of, this is very Americanized. They're capitalizing on stupid tourists. We're not them.
Yeah.
I'm Euromark. We got to do Authentica. Dude, this place was incredible.
It looked insane.
You're in the hills of Tuscany, just like they say in the stories, lavenders around the pool, beautiful scenery. The only caveat is it is mosquito season in August. So if you have sweet blood, look out.
Okay.
I don't.
Did you get age?
Age got eaten alive.
Okay.
They went to town. It was a Mandarin buffet king on her legs. They just went crazy. Yeah.
It looked like you can write. You can get inspired to write a romance novel.
You could. Some poetry was produced.
That would make sense.
I made some poetry. Joey is red. Mark is blue. No, I'm joking.
Mark is blue.
Florence, how I miss you. But the words just roll off your tongue in a place like that. It was so beautiful. My pro tip is if you're going to do the Italian experience, highly suggest at some point of your trip, stopping in, we stayed in Chianti Classico. There is a big difference. There's a really good story behind it. It involves black and white cocks. The Italians had quite a fun time with the translation of that.
Okay,
and it was a lot of awkward conversations, but there's a whole story about how the roosters defined where the border lines are between Siena and Florence. I won't spoil it if you go.
Okay.
Ask about the black and white cocks. They cannot wait to tell you about it. It's a really fascinating story. Not as X-rated as we're making it sound, but definitely Wine Resort. I heavily suggest it. It was like 25, 30 rooms, very limited amount of guests. There's basically a pool on the side of this beautiful hill. You're overlooking the winery. The wine tour was $35. I think Age and I drank a bottle of wine each.
Nice.
I didn't even feel an ounce of drunkenness.
Oh, okay.
Something, I don't know what it is.
Something's in the air when you're out there.
It was just magical. So I'll put a link to the place we stayed at in the show notes. It was actually the cheapest part of our trip.
Which is amazing. The highlight is the cheapest part is such a good.
It was the most, I felt the most authentic. I felt the most, the food was next level. It wasn't like your tourist stuff in the kind of the city centers where they get you. Everything was just top notch.
Amazing.
Yeah. I had a liver pate macaroon.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
In the middle of the Tuscan.
Liver and macaroon. Those are just words that I would never put together.
I had white chocolate. Sorry, I had blue cheese dipped in white chocolate.
Fancy Mark is here. And,
at those prices,
Michelin star.
Michelin Mark came out and he could afford it, even in this economy. So yeah, 3 weeks there. It was incredible. I'm happy to say I've been back for 2 weeks. I still feel Euro Mark.
Love it.
Your Mark hasn't died.
Love it.
Yeah. I got open collar shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Rocking. Yeah, I feel your Mark. I don't know how long he's gonna last, but
until the snow comes, we're still good.
Oh, don't say that word.
It's still hot outside.
It's still hot out. Yeah.
I'm rocking a t-shirt still.
Yeah. But tell me about you, man. How was your summer?
Summer was good.
Yeah.
Summer was good. Managed to make it out to a couple cottages.
Good.
So happy did that.
The beauty in our backyard.
Yeah.
I love when people like
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
That's I will say for forever until I'm actually there is that's where I'm retiring is by the lake.
I'm with you on that.
But that being said, I saw some music last week.
Yeah.
Last week it was. And
you saw two concerts last
Two
week.
concerts. Yeah. And also played a show.
Look at this guy.
It was a musical week. What can I say?
I love it.
And I got to say, okay, first off, I want to talk about the Rogers Stadium.
Lay it on us.
Because
you got to experience it.
I had my experience of it. And you're 100% right. It's the overhyped, it's a terrible venue it's very real.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible venue.
Yeah.
It's actually an incredible. So we saw System of a Down. Let's start with that.
Yep.
Also, incredible show for anybody who was there, which apparently was my entire Instagram feed, that I didn't even know was going until I saw them afterwards. But it was an absolute incredible show. We were on the floor seats thanks to a great Christmas gift, I might add.
My pleasure.
And the actual show was like pure. The sound was incredible. They played incredible. For guys who haven't released an album in like 20 years, I cannot believe A, the crowd that they pulled, and B, just the energy throughout. Like it's a high energy show.
You were saying they were moshing?
100%. Yeah. Mosh pits were, and it wasn't like the front was a mosh pit. It was just like there were just sections of the floor that just started moshing. Yeah. And we were beside one. We had one row of people in front of us. I haven't been that close to moshing in a really long time, but I was with Molly C. I was with my sister, Frances V. And we were standing there and they were kind of on the mosh side. And I was like, let me stand here so you guys don't get, and then, but standing that close to it, I was like, I could be in there.
One toe in. Yeah.
I held back. It was a Wednesday after all. But regardless, I got to say that the venue itself, this is what I wanted to put to everybody's attention for everybody who's filming and saying how terrible the venue was. Name me a show that's happened at the Rogers Center or the Rogers Stadium, which I keep mixing up that name, that people haven't left like with the buzz of the show afterwards. Yep. When Coldplay played, Oasis was huge. People were singing on the subways. Yep. Whatever's happening in that venue, it is bringing like a magic of Toronto out, and you really, really feel it.
I like that angle.
Yes.
It's like we're all in the struggle together to get there. And when we get there, we're just celebrating.
Yes.
It's like we all did it, bro. Let's just sing
on the subways. We're here now. We're in the middle of a park. Yeah. Like it's going to be an effort to get out. But and mind you, the downfall is leaving.
Yeah.
You can work your way around it. It's not as bad as everyone makes it seem if you're okay with walking a little bit. It's not terrible, but that's the downfall.
But the crowd energy, I think, is what makes it all bearable. You're like, we're all walking this way.
Would I do it again?
100%.
A million times.
Yeah.
We saw it on Wednesday, and the next day we were like, should we go to the Friday show? Should we go to the Friday? Molly C couldn't get it off of work, so we didn't end up going. Okay. But if she had gotten it off of work, absolutely would have been there.
Love it.
So yeah, big shout out. Honestly, they did it right. I'm a fan of what's happening over
Love
there.
it.
Totally a fan of it.
And then who else did you see that week?
Oh yeah, we went to Budweiser Stage
Nice.
on the Saturday. Saw Alabama Shakes.
How was that?
Also, such a good show.
Yeah, what a voice, eh?
Crazy voice. I remember the first time their video went viral, and I was just like, my jaw was on the floor when I saw the Hold On was the big song that they did, and they performed. We got tickets right in front of the sound guy.
Nice.
So we had like dead center and like the perfect sound for the Budweiser Stage, and it was just a great show. They played super well. It sounded very very much like they were like to a T to the album. So
Nice.
it was. She sounds incredible. She did incredible. Great show overall.
Great show.
Yeah.
And then you even dipped your toe in some performance.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was for those who know, I jam with a couple guys I used to
Joey
live with.
is no. You're being humble. Joey's a rock star. Just put it out there. Joey's a rock star. Came out of retirement. You were at Supermarket in Kensington.
Supermarket. Yeah. They out of nowhere they were just like, we booked a show at Supermarket September 4th. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And we ended up having it was a great night. It was a great time.
I'm 1,000,000% coming to your next show.
Okay.
I wanted to come that night. We got a little. It's been rough since I've been back trying to get into the swing of things, but next show, give me notice. I'm coming.
100%. I will keep you posted. It'll be it's a good time. It's just that we play covers. It's a couple originals, but like it's just like a good night.
What song did you cover?
We did The Strokes. We did
Nice.
Reptilia. Yeah. The two I jumped up for only two songs because I was not able to rehearse like everybody else was at that time.
Yep.
So I jumped up for Reptilia. I jumped up for Aberdeen by Cage the Elephant, which was the other song.
Can't say I know that song.
It is. It's amazing.
Are you vocals or just guitar?
No, just guitar.
Just guitar.
Guitar. Yeah.
Just can't sing it to me.
Keep it. Not well. Anyway.
Tried my luck. Love it, man. Well, yeah, that's what we've been up to, man.
This is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to leave on the 99th episode. We're on episode 98 for those keeping track.
Yes.
I was hoping like we could leave on 99 and then maybe never do an episode 100. Just like fizzle
Just
off.
leave it.
Yeah, just
leave
like
it in the air.
what happened to those guys? Like, did they even exist? Did you ever see the movie Shazam with Sinbad?
No, I haven't.
Did it exist?
Okay. What?
There's a whole internet theory. I believe I saw a movie called Shazam with Sinbad.
No.
Apparently never existed.
Is it like? But it's internet. No, it's nothing searchable. No clips of it.
No clips of it. There's like they've been taken down. People swear that they did see it.
Oh, man.
Now there was Kazam with Shaq. I remember seeing that in the movie theaters. And then when I actually thought about it, I'm like, did this really happen or did I just assimilate
the two of them?
Yeah. So I was trying to go for that.
Mandela effect is happening.
Mandela effect. What's that?
That's what you're talking about. It's like the fruit of the loom. You know the fruit of the loom.
Oh,
Theory?
No.
Where it's got the cornucopia on the back of the fruit of the loom.
Yeah.
But it actually doesn't have a cornucopia on the back of the fruit of the loom.
BS.
That's a whole thing. Yeah. This
What?
is the Mandela effect. Yeah.
Why Mandela though?
I don't know. It's just
Mandela's real, though.
It's what it's called.
Nelson Mandela's
the
real.
the Mandela effect
Okay.
is in itself a Mandela effect.
Wow.
No, that's a whole. This is a whole internet theory of like your memory is just like slightly the Berenstain Bears.
They're real. Don't tell me the Bernstein
they're
music.
real, but there's something weird with their name. That
They're not bears.
They're like they're like regular people.
Oh man, we definitely got red pilled in this episode. Well, we're on episode 98. We're close to 100.
Yes.
We might not even do 100. We might just disappear, as we've alluded to, or we might not. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Find out.
Yep.
I didn't purposely put news you can use in, but there is some breaking news I want to share with you.
Okay.
It's a 3-year anniversary.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
You know who told me this?
Who?
My wife.
September. It is.
She's
It's
like,
in September.
Yeah. She goes, it's you and Joey's anniversary. I go, I'm going to surprise him on the show. So surprise.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Oh my. We need the confetti cannons.
Especially back here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll never clean it up.
No.
Happy anniversary.
3 years. Feels like 3
years.
months.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
98 episodes.
98 episodes later.
Yeah. Right on.
Damn, wow. Time is flying.
Yeah. So we're going to have you guys over for dinner.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going to podcast this, but I should have told you off air.
We'll bring mics to the dinner.
We'll mic up the wives and yeah. That should be an interesting conversation. Love it, man. Well, there is some real estate content we're going to touch on this episode.
Yes, this is a market update episode,
Yeah.
which we had not alluded to yet, I don't think.
No, we just kind of went right into our lives.
Yes, 100%.
As we sit in the back room here of our facility. We're going to talk about August. We're going to kind of sprinkle in some July in the mix of it all because we didn't really do a July one either. But we're going to talk about the August market report. And I will say we're second week into September. We're quite busy.
Yeah, I will say it's funny. A lot of conversations we're having is of people and realtors being like, it's a really slow time right now. It's a really tough time right now.
We've had a lot of that.
But it's been, on our side, it's been pretty decent.
The momentum's there. We've been constantly, one deal's done, another one starts. We've had a nice flow of things. We've got quite a bit coming in the month of September. So at the moment, I do have a detached house, beautiful starter home, right in the Dufferin Eglinton area. It's priced at $890,000. I also have $880. I also have a massive condo, 2+ den, right at Bayview and Shepherd. You're directly next to the Bayview station. Like, you're a stone's throw away. Plus, you're right across from Bayview Village. We got that up at $899.
Yes.
Both have seen great activity, more than I was expecting with all the inventory coming, as people were saying.
Yep.
There is definitely a lot of inventory, and we'll talk about that next month. But we got 2 more coming to market. We have a beautiful corner unit at St. Clair and Bathurst. That's going to be in the mid-9s. We're still kind of hammering down price and seeing where things are going. But that's 1,100 square feet, parking, beautiful views of the city and the lake. It's just fantastic.
Big spaces overall, yeah.
Yeah, big spaces. Yeah, everything we're listing are very family-friendly spaces. And then the final one is a hard loft at Rosan, Forest Hill Lofts. Yeah. 1001 Rosan. This is a unique unit. You've been into a lot of them, but I don't think you've seen one where both the bedrooms are on the main floor. There is no mezzanine.
Nope.
Yeah, so there's only 16 units out of the whole 150 that are like this.
Okay.
So we have one of the unique 2 beds on the same floor coming to market.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Amazing.
Yeah. Renovated bathrooms, upgraded kitchen, new floors.
Do you have a timeline?
Staging it next week. So 3rd week of September, we should be on the market.
Love it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So a lot coming.
Fall market is here.
It's here.
Yeah.
And next week, next Wednesday, we have my birthday.
It is your
just
birthday.
Putting it out there. It's my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm not hiding from the fact that it's my birthday next week. But on the same day, the 17th, is when the Bank of Canada is going to make their next rate announcement.
Let's make it a birthday gift, shall we?
Oh, we're cutting.
Yeah.
We're cutting from a B-Day. I talked to Tiff. I talked to all of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Give them the rundown. Brought him a bottle from Chianti. I said, guys. I Doug Ford. I wanted to do Doug Ford. I told those. No,
that is pretty much you. It's the Canadian
I told them, buddy, you got to cut those rings, pal. And they said, sure, we'll cut them. So,
and then you dump a Crown Royal bottle.
I'm not even going down that. That was the most, Good luck to you, Dougie. I'm not pouring out any Crown Royal, but rates are cutting. Yeah, and I think the U.S. is going to do the same on Monday for what it's worth.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see.
The question is whether it's a quarter or 0.5. I think a quarter.
I still think a quarter.
Yeah, I think a quarter, one more quarter before the end of the year, and then next year we'll probably have 1 or 2 cuts. Yeah, I think BMO or RBC came out and said 3 cuts by spring.
I like the theory. Yeah. I like that theory.
Thank you. All right, let's get into it.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so August numbers.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
You want to kick us off?
Yeah, transactions. The media calls them sales. We call them transactions. It's a little bit more accurate and easier to separate them from prices. So as we always say in August, it's a seasonal month. It's a lot of the slowdowns. People are on vacations. People are at cottages.
Yep.
Kids are getting ready for school. Not a lot of real estate activities happening. So we're not bringing out confetti for this market update, but we're going to keep you posted on what happened.
Yeah.
Sales dropped considerably.
Yep.
They've dropped by 15% to 5,200.
It's a pretty big number too.
Yeah, It was 6,100 before. Last month was 6,400. But the good news is, if you look at the year-over-year numbers, we're up almost 5%, 4.75 more sales.
Yes.
So seasonality, year-long, maybe that's a little bit of a rough start off. But when you compare it to last year, it's good.
It's better. Yeah, it's
good.
definitely better.
Yeah.
New listings.
Yeah.
New listings. They saw declines.
Yeah. Active and new listings both saw declines.
Yeah, which isn't a surprise.
Everyone's waiting for September.
Yeah, there's not many agents advising their clients to kick on in mid-August before the September fall market kicks in.
Nobody has Visa bills, right?
Yeah.
The agents don't have to pay off their credit card bills. That's why we have a fall market.
But overall, new listings dropped by 20% month over month, and active dropped by 9%.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. I think that's kind of what we wanted. A lot of agents, I've heard this conversation happening quite a bit. If you don't have to sell, don't sell.
Right.
Now's not the time to test the market, and I think that's what we saw. A lot of people in August said, just take the time off.
Hang tight.
Try in the fall or try next year.
Yep. Yeah. Spring's coming up as well.
Yep. Average price.
Yep.
Yeah, so sit down for this one.
Okay.
This is Blog TO worthy. I didn't see them go to town on this one.
Yes. Yeah.
The average price for real estate in the GTA for August was $1,022,000. That is, and where was the hype around this?
Yeah.
That was the lowest price. Guess when the last time we hit a number that low was. You might already know the answer.
I do know the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, but
did you think it was as bad as?
No.
Okay.
No.
What is it?
2021 in January
Was the last time we hit an average price?
Yes. Yeah. Two things to pay attention to. One is 2021 is a long time ago.
Yep.
Two is January is also notoriously a lower month.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a pretty big dip.
It's a big dip, and I think the media missed a really good opportunity to blow things out of proportions.
100%. It blocked you up.
But they're probably smart not to, because it's an anomaly.
Yeah.
I don't think September, October, November are going to reflect this low. I think it's just the seasonality
Just is what it
of
is.
August.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fair enough.
Yep.
Days on market. Days on market increased more than I thought it was going to.
Agreed.
It did go up. I was expecting maybe a little bit, maybe a hold even, but 49 days
Yep.
it takes to sell a place at this day,
Yep.
at this time. That's a stark contrast to March this year when it was 25 days
Yep.
to sell. So
Remember
this
how optimistic we were in March?
Yeah.
Things were looking so good.
Yeah.
2 rate cuts, and then it just...
Different story.
Yeah, it stopped.
Different story. And this is January. January was we're pretty much at January this year.
Yeah.
55 days on market was what January was, which again, we're talking holiday season.
Yeah.
So it's not a great number.
Yeah, but look how the impact of the rate cuts played into days on market. We had 2 cuts, I think January and February, March, somewhere in those time frames. So January, we're at 55 days on the market. March, we get a rate cut February, 43 days. March, we get a second rate cut, 25 days.
Right.
Optimism is through the roof. Now we're in April and May, which are relatively the best months of the year.
Yeah.
33 days, then 39 days. June, we're at 42 days. July, 41.
And then
August,
just climbs.
49.
Yeah.
Now, if we do get that rate cut, I believe that number is going to come down. We'll probably be sitting in the 30s by the end of the year for days on market.
Yeah, I can get on board with that. This is fall market, so we're going to see what real numbers. June, July, August.
Yeah.
They're kind of these lull months.
Anomalies. They're not really ones that are good indicators of where the market's going.
Yeah.
So don't put too much emphasis on what they say or what they mean.
Yes, yeah, but it is here, and we got to talk about it. So
Yeah.
definitely,
So we get paid the big bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Months of inventory. Is it a shock that it went up?
No.
It went from 5 to 5.3. What I will say is the top of the year started at 4.8 months of inventory. So as much as it's increasing slowly.
Yeah.
It kind of just hovering that 5 line, which is a balanced market.
Look, I think the context that's important to take away from all this is the worst is probably behind us, barring any catastrophic world news. I think we've seen the bottom in a lot of ways, and that things will slowly, and it's going to be a very modest trajectory up, but I do think we've seen the worst days.
Yeah.
I think they're behind us.
Yeah. I agree. Of this year, I agree with you.
Yeah. Watch them increase the rate next
100%. We're going to be
0.75% increase.
eating our words in like 1 month. Yeah.
We won't even have a back room to record in if that happens. We're going to be on the streets, live from the streets, Mark and Joey singing System of a Down.
All right. Shall we move to what do we have?
Transactions.
Transactions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it. Kick us
Okay,
off.
so all segments saw significant drops in transactions. No surprise here, August, seasonality. But semis saw the biggest drop. They were down 37% month over month.
Yeah.
Followed by detached towns and condos. But on the flip side, year over year, semis saw an 18% increase from the same time last year.
Right.
And these are the little kind of gold nuggets that we're extracting from this market data.
Yes.
That's like,
The silver lining.
yeah, okay, silver lining. No, not gold nuggets yet. Yeah. When all segments are there, then they're gold nuggets. Right now, it's just some silver linings.
Yes. Yep.
And then we had detached and towns. They went up, and then condos 3%,
Right.
compared to the same time last year.
Right. So I wanted to bring this up because this is transactions, the amount of actual sales that took place for the semis and detached actually took the biggest halt. Pretty significant. Detached hovered throughout the year around the 800 mark, and now they're 536, just for some context. Semis, same thing. They generally hover over 250, 300 sales for each month. This one was 150. 157. So they really took a hold. Condos in towns we're kind of holding steady. Condos specifically, 890, 900.
Yeah.
So 890
Sales.
sales is what happened this month. But that kind of was 900 was about the average throughout the year so far.
Yeah.
So they're kind of holding strong. Mind you, it's not what it used to be. We typically see 1,500 to 2,000 on a regular basis per month.
Yeah.
So we're still down.
Big drop from the highs.
But they're holding.
But for the year,
they're holding their own.
Not the worst month. Yeah. And I think there's a deeper theory or deeper analysis that can be given here is we have detached and semis that are hit the hardest. Those are the more expensive inventories in Toronto, when we have towns and condos that are more affordable.
Yeah.
In relation to
Also
semis
true.
and towns.
Yeah.
And with, those are mainly bought by young families, first timers, those that maybe don't have kids or aren't taking summer vacations. Those markets seem to somewhat chug along. But then the higher price ones, you could tell there's a pause. Those bigger budgets, those people were probably the ones not in the city or planning for kids or all those other things.
Yep.
So there's definitely a correlation to affordability and which markets were moving and which ones weren't.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah, I thought that was quite smart of me.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that in there. Euromark's got a different outlook on everything. It's no BS, just love and Chianti wine.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, let's look at prices.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so what we said from the top of the show is that, by the way, I also put a sign up behind us.
Yes.
It's the Toronto Living's Real Estate.
You can read it, yes.
Yeah, it says the Toronto Living's Real Estate Podcast Show.
Yes.
So at the top of the show, I'm referencing the fact that we're now a show. We're official. We said that the average price was the lowest since January 2021. So don't expect any breakthroughs, no silver linings.
Yes.
You're not even going to find aluminum tinfoil in this next little segment. Everything is not pretty. So semis saw the biggest drop in price. They're down by, air quotes, $100,000.
Yeah.
The average price of a semi is $1,131,000.
Yep.
Detached tumbled by about $48,000 to an average price of $1,572,000.
They're big drops. Those are big drops.
Yes. Yeah. Towns were nearly unchanged. They have 0.5% jump up, and condo saw a slight dip of 2.4%. So that goes back to my intelligent theory that I just had mentioned. These more affordable ones had less of a loss in price for the month of August.
Yeah, which totally makes sense. There's also less being transacted, so your averages also bump one way or another more so than the ones that are 900 compared to 157.
That will skew it.
Is a pretty big number. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So here's the thing about condos that I want to point out, though. This is now the second month in a row where prices have declined, and we've declined it. I'm not sure if I just shared it. The average price of a condo for August was $667,000.
Right.
That's a pretty steep decline, because even if we go back to January, the traditionally cousin month to August in terms of slowness and efficiencies, the average price was $691.
Yeah, so we're well below that.
We're below the slow. I do feel like that's probably also a little bit because of the sheer number of condos transacting that will skew it a little bit. But nonetheless, great window of opportunity to be getting in there.
Yes, 100%. I'm having these conversations. It's just like if you have a longer horizon to purchase right now, this is the moment when everyone is still like talking about condos being as awful as it is to sell. So like if you're a buyer, this is where you can get your deals.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to just jump in and say, like, this is not like a FOMO situation. Like, you don't need to buy it today.
No.
But if you're kind of humming and hawing, I think it's a good time to have the conversations with realtors, fill in the blanks of what you could afford, what you can get approved for, and see if there is a viable path there. I am a very strong believer that in 3 to 5 years, this condo market, you're going to see a really good jump from buying in the last 2-3 years to the next 5 years.
Yeah, and I'll bring the point up again of the amount of properties or condos being built right now, which is we're seeing the final influx of inventory that are being finished.
Yeah, and then nothing.
Because pre-con is dead right now. It's
dead.
So nobody's building for 2020. I think the conversation is generally 2028, 2029.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, that's going to be where the idea of when things are going to really turn around again. Yeah. Food for thought. You got time, but deals are out there.
Yeah, get the meat and potatoes.
Get the meat and potatoes.
Yep. Do you want to do the months of inventory?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Well, you're doing it. This is all you.
Okay, gotcha.
This is a Joey hour.
Months of inventory, for those that don't know what it is or just tuning in for the first time, this is the amount of time it takes for all of Treb's inventory to sell out if we were just to stop uploading listings today. 1 to 3 months of inventory is a seller's market, which means it's a tight market and prices generally go up. There's lots of competition. 4 to 6 months of inventory, it's a balanced market and just more of an even keel between buyers and sellers. And then 6+ months of inventory is a well into a buyer's market. And you can generally negotiate your prices down. I'm going to do my regular runners up and first place awards, and it's a similar pattern that we've seen for probably forever at this point. But first place, the tightest inventory, still holds strong with semis, which is no surprise. They went up. I'm going to do 3 months because we missed our last month.
Yeah,
so
you can do it.
I figured I'll do 3 months.
Do it.
So they went from 3 months of inventory down to 2.8 months of inventory, and back up this month of August to 3.4 months of inventory.
Interesting.
So they're still they're still tight, the tightest anyways. Runner up goes to Towns. Went from 4.3 to 3.8, sorry, and then again to 3.7. So not too bad. Towns are actually not too bad. Third place goes to Detached. 4.7 months of inventory to 4.9 months of inventory, up to 5.2 months of inventory. So we're in the balanced market with Detached right now. And then last place are lovely condos. We've been sitting there for a very long time. Went from 7 months of inventory, so well into a buyer's market, to 6.4, and then to 6.7. So they actually kind of went down a little bit. Am I super optimistic? No, but it's still a buyer's market out there.
A little bit of silver lining.
We'll take some silver lining.
Some silver in that one. And then rental market. Why don't you talk a bit about that? You've been slammed with rentals.
Yeah, so rental market I wanted to touch on this one because it's so funny. Every year I say the same thing. Leading up to the school year, up to the September month, it's always slammed. And as much as the conversation has been rentals have been slow and prices have been dropping, the competition is still out there, always in these months. It just seems to be the constant trend. So, and we've had proof of it. I had a listing recently that just went up. We were up for, I think it was 11 days, and 14 days we firmed up. We had 4 offers by the end of it, 3 extra applications on top of it, and we were slammed. We had 22 showings in the first first week. I'm experiencing the same thing helping tenants on the tenant side of things.
I just want to add that case that you're referring to. That was for a studio apartment.
Right. Yeah. This is like 1 bed. I think ultimately if you're priced right, you're going to do well as a landlord. Tenants, if you're looking in those, looking in those 1 bed areas, or if you're looking at something that is priced right, don't wait. The headlines are out there. The prices have already come down, but the competition is here. So you still need to be you need to move quickly.
And I think a lot of landlords have adjusted a lot quicker on the rental than they do on the sale.
Right.
It's a lot easier to cut your price by a couple $100 versus a couple $100,000.
Yes.
So the landlords have, in my experience at least, have caught on to we're not getting last year's prices.
Right.
Let's just fill our units up instead of keeping them vacant for 6 months for a price we will never get. And I think that's why that rental market is definitely spiked up. But I also want to share another example that you were involved in. Our friend who you helped, I don't want to say any names, but
same thing.
How many offers were on that one?
4 offers.
Wasn't it 6?
No.
Maybe thinking of someone else.
No. It was 4 offers. He was the
okay.
5th. Yeah.
Okay, 5 offers. He was the 5th.
He was the 5th. We beat everybody out. We had a good strategy going into it, and he's also a great guy. So it worked out. The relationship worked out really well, but the pace was very quick.
The pace was quick, but what I wanted to highlight with that was that the one thing you touched upon is you guys were prepared. You guys had all your documents ready to go. You presented him in the best possible light. Yes, he was also a very strong candidate financially and with credit and whatnot. But this is where strategy plays into. You bet out 4 other people,
100%,
or 5, whatever the number was.
It was and it was also.
And you were the last one.
We were the last ones in, as well as actually there was offers higher than ours.
So you weren't even the highest price, and yet you were still able to secure it. Because of the way you put the package together, and that's why it's people discount rentals, but no, you're doing some really good stuff out there because you're planning the right way and giving these guys right information.
Yes, 100%. I appreciate you bringing that up because it's true, and it's similar. I had taken out another client yesterday. I'm going out again tonight, and out of the Out of the 4 places that we were supposed to see, one had 4 offers. By the time we went to go see it, the other one just got taken down.
Yep.
Things are moving fast.
So the key takeaway here, if you're a landlord, price it effectively and you will fill your unit up or your house. And tenants, be prepared.
Be prepared.
There are bidding wars.
Get prepped early.
Yep.
And when you like something, don't hesitate on it.
Yep. Pull that trigger.
Yep.
Love it. This is not in our show notes, but I feel like it's topical and maybe there's a whole episode. We're not going to do a whole episode on this. Let's touch upon iPro. What happened? What happened there?
We didn't put this in our show notes.
No, we didn't.
Okay, so for those that
but I feel like we blew through everything, so we could
talk about it. Okay,
yeah.
So for those that don't know, iPro Realty has in the last month had become insolvent.
Yep.
Not in a we just kind of
closed our doors.
No, it was much more of a the owners have taken out $8 million out of a trust account.
$10 million. They returned 2.
Oh, they returned 2.
I
haven't seen that last update.
Yeah.
So it started with 10, went to 8. I guess now it's back up at.
I don't know where
whoever's auditing it.
Yeah. Big. I would say a big story rocked the industry in that sense. Where iPro Realty is not a small brokerage. They employ 2,500 realtors.
Yeah.
But where the story gets really interesting is, the first question is, how do you walk away with $10 million? And the second part is when they returned the $2 million. At the time, Rico had said, "Well, that's great, thank you. We're going to just leave it alone." What?
Yeah.
You walked away with $8 million, and once the onion got peeled back, there seems to be some connection between one of the Rico. I don't know if they're considered staffers or board members and this brokerage.
Yeah.
And so now a lot of people in the industry have rightfully spoken up and demanded stiffer penalties, a closer inspection. Everyone from Doug Ford down to the individual brokerage owners.
The amount we were getting a lot of emails when this was all taking place about everybody stepping in.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we've said this yet, but the penalty was nothing. The penalty was, we're going to just take away your licenses.
Right.
Which is it's obviously that cannot fly.
Yeah, that opens up so many other opportunities for these brokerages with large sums. And I'll say this, these types of stories don't happen very often.
Right.
We've heard it with lawyers taking from trust accounts, but I can't think of a time where a brokerage, especially of this amount, has happened. And to just kind of, slap on the wrist and go about your bit. Nah, that can't stand.
It doesn't make any sense because what's the incentive for the next brokerage?
Right.
It's just like get the trust account as full as possible. We got to make sure we can retire off of the amount that we're
pay back 20% and go enjoy yourself. Nah,
ridiculous.
Doesn't fly. But what's good is I think the industry as a whole has really come together and pushed back and said, no, we want a separate third-party investigation, and this is currently ongoing and happening. And we've been getting correspondences from the Ontario Real Estate Board, the RICO, which is our governing body, the local board, TREB, politicians. So they're not letting them go that easy. There's definitely going to be a deeper investigation. You actually had a deal.
I did.
Closing.
I was one of I think I was one of 5 agents.
Yeah.
In our brokerage who were in the midst of a deal.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying because that's your whenever the deposit time comes for your clients to to submit to the bank and you're telling them that the trust account is the safe haven. This is the place where it gets held until things close, and your clients are nerve-wracked to give
hand
this
over that
large sum of money,
right.
And then you get this news headline of, oh, somebody took $8,000 from that, or $8 million from that pot, or $10 million from that pot, and they just walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The nerves are. It's absurd. Luckily, I will say we're past all this for the most part. Things did close. Everything went smoothly on our end.
Your deal closed. The deposit wasn't impacted. We should add that. Your deposit was perfectly fine. It's unfortunately, and I'm not expecting a lot of pity out there, the realtors whose commissions are impacted. You're waiting to still get paid from that deal. There's no guarantee you're going to get the full amount, if any at all. We're
just waiting. We're waiting to see. Yeah, there are insurance. I will say there is insurance for things like this.
Sure.
So there's some safety.
Checks and balances.
Yeah, there's checks and balances, but it's when you really start to dig in when these things happen, you realize how much loophole there is.
Yeah.
And even with insurance, they're still like, you're how much is going to come out of it by the end of it, and when and how does this get orchestrated? And it's not a fun situation to be in, but it's a black swan situation.
Yeah.
This is not something that we deal with on a regular basis. We're
not
like,
common.
Let's follow this protocol because this company did this. Yeah.
And it's 2 bad actors. And that's what's really, I think, unfortunate. Well, 3, because whoever helped them on the inside. But, these handful of people definitely put a big bruise on our industry that's already not in the best positive light. It's really hard to have sympathy for somebody who walks away with $10 million like that of your client's trusted, hard-earned working money. Like it's just a bad look
That's
all
not
around.
business money. That is trust account money. This is just the middle ground.
Yeah. So I think what I want to do is I want to add our 2 cents as this story progresses, and we're going to follow to the end and kind of see what comes of it. One, because you are intimately involved in it, and I want you to get paid to the fullest. And secondly, because I think this isn't a story that should just be swept under the rug. I think a lot of industry changes need to happen from this, and it sounds like there are. Everybody's on board with this can never happen again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And I agree with you. We should talk about it. It shouldn't be swept under the rug.
Yeah. We'll keep going. I'm getting emails weekly. We got another one today from Rico.
Oh, I just saw it before we walked in here.
Yeah. Froze more assets, and now they're really trying to pick apart how did this happen and the flow of money. And it's not easy to walk away with 10 million. So there was definitely help on, I think, someone on the inside to let this get to that level. But we'll be covering it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this has been great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be back.
First one back.
Yeah.
In, I think it's been a month.
Oh, it's over a month for sure.
Over a month. Yeah. In
Our temporary
space.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Leave a comment below.
Tell us what we can do to spruce the place up.
Yeah. Just tell us what we should do. Share this with your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Maybe we'll throw some Easter eggs in future episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know what, but I got some ideas.
Okay. Don't spoil it.
Yeah. Good point. But episode 99 is next.
I like it.
Yeah.
99 is next.
99 is next.
And then we're pretty close to how many numbers is that away? I can't imagine.
Stay tuned. All right. Enjoy. Thanks for listening to the Toronto Livings Real Estate Podcast. You could find more information on how we work over at torontolivings.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get price reports from over 150 different neighborhoods in the city each and every month.
If you got any value, please subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening.